Hi, buhusan ko lang to at tayo ay magsisimula na sa ating panibagong topic of the day, which is the cost of living in South Korea. Hi, pagpatuloy na natin ang ating kwentuhan, but before that, let me just sip my tea. Ang mga babanggitin ko po dito ay in Korean won, but I'm going to flash on the screen kung ano po yung mga current prices, conversion, and in pesos. So I have here yung mga listahan ko. So hindi lang po ako magfo-focus sa Seoul because hindi ko rin alam kung may gusto sa inyong pumunta ng Busan or ng Daegu, Gwangju, or other provinces here in South Korea. So currently, I live in Incheon. So yung mga babanggitin ko dito ay prices from different cities, from Seoul, Busan, and Incheon, kung saan ito yung mga major metropolitan cities dito sa South Korea. So yung mga topics covered dito ay ito po: housing, food, transportation, entertainment, at etc. So without further ado, grab your ramen or your coffee. This is going to be a good topic. Let's just get started. I think kahit saan ka magpunta, ang pinakamalaking expense mo is going to be the housing cost. And depende po yan sa lifestyle nyo, kung ano yung nakagisnan nyo. Bali, nagsimula ako dito as student, so tumira na po ako sa different types of housing, from dormitory to goshwon to office-style to an apartment, and now I'm living in a guest house. Ang Seoul po ay isa sa mga pinakamahal na cities to live in the world, like New York, Tokyo, in London. And expensive siya in a sense na more than 30% ng your salary goes to housing. But as compared to other cities, it's still manageable. When I was still living in London, 60% of my salary goes to the landlord, the monthly rent. But here in Seoul, it's quite manageable depending on your lifestyle, as I mentioned. So ang cost of housing po in Seoul ranges from 800,000 to 1.7 million per month. So that is the cost of housing in Seoul. 800,000 to 1.7 million Korean won. Pero Robin, magkano naman ang cost of living the outskirts of Seoul? Hindi naman siguro lahat sa inyo ay gustong manirahan sa Seoul, especially sa pinakamahal na area doon na tinatawag na Gangnam. So kung napakinggan nyo na yung song na Gangnam Style by Psy, ito po ay isang distrito or district located sa Seoul at isa sa pinakamahal na district na pwedeng mong tirhan dito sa South Korea. So going back to the question, how about outside the city center? So the cost of housing outside the city center would be 500,000 Korean won to 1 million Korean won. Depende po yan sa type of housing nyo. Meron tayong tinatawag na office-style, apartment, goshwon, 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment. So depende po talaga yan sa mapipili nyong klase ng bahay. Dito po rin sa Korea, bihira po yung detached na housing. Kung makikita nyo sa Korean drama, yung meron kang private lawn, meron kang backyard, meron kang sariling bahay at lupa. Bibihira po yan dito sa South Korea. Ang makaka-afford lang po niyan ay yung mga CEOs, probably billionaires, or usually yung mga mayayaman talaga. And ang most common type of housing is yung mga high-rise buildings like condominium apartments, office-stalls. So, it's everywhere in South Korea. Particular na po dito sa aking current workplace in Songdo, Incheon. It's a brand new city and napapaligiran po ako ng matataas na buildings. So meron pong ways para makatipid kayo. Kung gusto nyo talagang tumira dito sa Seoul, may tinatawag sila na goshwon. Pero para lang siyang sa loob ng shoebox or box ng posporo. Ganun ko po siya ma-describe kasi sobrang liit niya. As in, everything that you need is contained in a one tiny little space. You could barely breathe inside kasi sobrang sikip niya. Katabi ng bed mo yung toilet. Katabi ng toilet yung maliit na dining table. At meron kang kitchenette and lahat-lahat nandun . So, hindi siya recommendable. I don't recommend living in a goshwon. But kung nagtitipid po kayo and ito yung practical way para maka-save, why not? Meron din pong tinatawag na banjiha or underground or basement housing, kung saan meron pong mga units or properties na parang nakalubog yung kalahati niya sa lupa, and yung kalahati niya is ayun lang yung nakalutang sa land. It could barely receive sunlight. So usually ito po yung medyo malamig, but ang downside is very prone po siya sa mold and hindi siya healthy. So that is the cost of housing in Seoul. How about when we compare that to the cost of housing in Busan? Bale, kumpara naman po sa Seoul, very affordable ang cost of housing in Busan. Ang Busan po ay parang coastal area and malapit siya sa mga beach and dagat, kaya mas maganda yung quality of air, yung quality of water, and probably mas laid back yung pamumuhay as compared to Seoul na sobrang busy. But going back to the topic, ang cost of housing in Busan will range from 500,000 to 1.2 million Korean won. So ganun po kamahal ang bahay sa Busan. So, depende po yan kung gaano kayo kalapit sa beach, like in Haeundae. Next is the cost of housing in Incheon, kung saan po ako nakatira ngayon. Ito po So, ang Incheon po ay isa sa mga pinaka-populated na lugar dito sa South Korea kasi malapit lang po siya sa Seoul. And we have the largest international airport, which is the Incheon International Airport. So, kung bago kayo sa Korea, magla-landing muna kayo sa Incheon International Airport, which I must say is the best international airport in the world. Ang cost of housing po sa Incheon would range from 400,000 Korean won to 1.5 million Korean won. Depende po yan sa type of housing, kung one-bedroom apartment, kung office-style, kung two-bedroom apartment. And in my area in Songdo, parang modern and brand new city po siya dito sa South Korea. So, medyo may kamahalan po ang monthly rent dito, which is around 1 million minimum to 2 million for a one-bedroom apartment. So now let's proceed to another topic, which is the cost of utilities. Ano po ba yung mga kasama sa utilities? We have electricity, we have water, we have internet bills, we have the gas. So sa Korea po, kailangan po namin ng gas kasi during winter months or yung malalamig na panahon, from October to April, ito po yung malalamig na panahon, and kailangan po namin ng gas to heat up our housing. So may tinatawag kami dito na undol system, or kung saan umiinit yung floor, doon nagmumula yung heat. Base ito sa old Korean technology na parang siguro may binoboil sila, probably water underneath, and ito yung nagpapainit or nagpapawarm ng flooring, and an effect, it can create parang greenhouse effect kung saan umiikot lang yung init sa loob. Ayun na yung mag-maintain ng init sa bahay tuwing taglamig at tuwing winter. So, ang gas and heating po sa Korea ay depende po yan sa paggamit nyo. And ang average cost of gas and heating would be about 40,000 Korean won. But during the winter months, mag-skyrocket siya to about 100,000 to 120,000 Korean won. So, depende po yan sa paggamit nyo. Kung solo lang kayo sa bahay and lagi kayo nasa labas, i-maintain nyo lang po yung heating nyo to the bare minimum para hindi po mag-freeze yung ating mga pipes sa bahay. And so, ang electricity naman po dito sa South Korea would range from 30,000 to 40,000 Korean won. Depende po yan sa size ng unit, depende po sa panahon. Kung mahilig kayong gumamit ng mga heat generating na appliances like, air fryer, microwave, rice cooker, iron, ito po yung malalakas sa kuryente. So, how about yung water bill? So, ang water bill po dito sa South Korea, if you are living solo, would cost you about 10,000 Korean won to 15,000 Korean won. So, alam nyo naman, kapag solo kayo, ang gamit nyo lang is to wash the dishes, to wash clothes, do the laundry, for showering, for cleaning, and everything. So medyo mababa po siya, and on the average, affordable po ang tubig at kuryente dito sa South Korea. Another utility bill would be your internet. So as I've mentioned in my previous video, ang Korea ay isa sa mga may pinakamabilis na internet connection sa buong mundo, and aside from pinakamabilis, ito rin yung pinakamura. So I must say, ang data plan ko po is around 18,000 Korean won to 25,000 Korean won per month, with around 100 gigabytes of data and unlimited calls, or no, is with 100-minute call and unlimited text. So ganun po kamura ang data plan dito. So kung meron po kayong separate internet connection sa bahay, in my case, I only use my mobile data plan, so I don't have it, but it might cost you additional charge for like 40,000 to 50,000 Korean won with unlimited data. So let's move on to the next topic, which is the medical cost in South Korea in 2025. So yung babanggitin ko po dito is updated. Related siya sa previous video na diniscuss ko, which are the things I love about South Korea. Lalagay ko po yung card dito sa taas. So if you haven't watched it yet, please do so. And please subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying watching my video. Korea has one of the best healthcare systems in the world. It's really fast, it's efficient, and it's affordable. Kung nakasubscribe po kayo sa National Health Insurance, ang normal visit po sa inyong doctor would cost you about 5,000 Korean won. So ganun po kamura ang healthcare dito sa South Korea. So depende po yan sa health conditions nyo, depende po yan sa test na i-conduct sa inyo ng doktor, and depende kung saan hospital kayo nagpunta. So ang normal visit po would cost you 5,000 to 20,000 Korean won, including your medicine or your visitation to the pharmacy. Ang pharmacy po, let's say nagkaroon kayo ng common infection, antibiotic would cost you about 5,000 to 8,000 Korean won. Ang nagustuhan ko pa dito sa South Korea, pagka sinabing re-resetahan kayo ng gamot, nakalagay na siya sa mga maliliit na packages. So we have Achim, Jomshim, and Jonyok, or breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So let's move on to the next cost of living topic, which is the cost of transportation in South Korea. So sa transportation po, particular sa Seoul subway system, ito yung isa sa mga chef's kiss. Parang everything is reachable by subway or bus. Kung nagpunta ka ng Incheon to Seoul, that would cost you about 1,400 Korean won per ride. Depende po yan sa distance. And ang increment po niyan is like around 200 won per 1 kilometer. So kapag nandito po kayo sa South Korea as a traveler, or kung magplano kayo mag-settle down, it's good to invest on a T-Money card. So nabibili po yan sa mga convenience stores dito. We have CU, GS25, 7-Eleven. It's about 4,000 to 10,000 Korean won. Depende po yan sa design. So kung mahilig kayo sa mga K-pop merchandise, sa mga BTS, or sa mga characters, mas mahal po siya. And let's say 10,000 Korean won para dun sa isang card, wala pa po siyang load. And pwede niyo po siyang paloadan sa pinakamalapit na convenience stores kung nag-a-accept po sila ng T-Money, or sa mga subway stations. Pwede niyo po gamitin yung credit card niyo, or pwede kayo mag-insert ng cash dun sa mga loading machine. And sobrang bilis lang din po mag-load ng T-Money card. So yung T-Money po ay pwede nyong gamitin not only in the subway, but you can also use it on trains, on buses, on taxis, and even convenience stores kung pwedeng mag-accept sila ng T-Money. As part of the transportation cost, I will also discuss to you the cost of taxi. So para po sa mga bago pa lang dito at hindi confident sa paggamit ng mga subways and buses, pwede kayong gumamit ng taxi. So, ang taxi rate po in South Korea would start at 4,800 Korean won. And ito po yung base fare. And kapag gabi, like late night, meron po silang extra charges. Like it can increase to about 6,000 or 7,000 Korean won. That's the starting rate. What's next is we will discuss about the food. So the food in South Korea is like heaven. So I must say, this is one of the reasons why I live here in South Korea. Sobrang sarap po ng pagkain nila. Hindi ko alam bakit addicted ako sa South Korean food, especially yung mga hanshik. I really love kimchi, I love kimbap, I love udeng, tteokbokki. Parang lahat na lang very addictive and hindi ka nakakasawa. Korean fried chicken, Korean barbecue. So let me discuss to you the average prices here in this video. Para po sa mga katulad ko na ang survival food ay ang tinatawag na bunshik or street food like kimbap, tteokbokki, or ramen or what. So ang kimbap po would range from 4,000 to 7,000 Korean won. Depende po sa filling. Let's say nag-add kayo ng tuna, nag-add kayo ng cheese or ng ham or whatever is in season. So pwede po mag-range yung price niya from 4,000 to 7,000 Korean won. And isa sa mga pinakasikat na parang retail stores ng kimbap would be the Kimbap Jeongguk dito, or Kimbap Heaven in South Korea. It's literally heaven. So they not only sell kimbap, but they have a variety of food selections. So if you're in Korea, it's also a must try to eat Korean barbecue. And one of my favorite restaurant or chains would be the Hanam Dweji. So they serve the best quality meat, and the good thing is they cook the meat for you. So all you need to do is to chat with your friend or your loved one and enjoy the food, because somebody next to you is going to cook the samgyeopsal for you and you are not interrupted. And they have free unlimited side dishes like yung mga dahon-dahon na sobrang dami, and it's very healthy. So hindi nakaka-guilty na kumain ng matataba kasi maraming vegetables. So let's go back to the topic. The Korean barbecue would cost you about 15,000 to 20,000 Korean won per person. So kung nagpunta kayo dun as a group, usually naman by group po ang pagkain dito. Kapag nagpunta kayo ng Korean restaurant na nagsaserve ng Korean barbecue at solo lang kayo, it's really strange. I haven't tried that. Although I am used to eating alone but not samgyeopsal. You know, I can't eat samgyeopsal all by myself. And for the Western restaurants, let's say pasta or like steak, yung regular or normal steak, it would cost you from 15,000 to 30,000 Korean won per meal. So ganun po ang cost ng food dito sa South Korea. So kung mayroon pa kayong gustong i-mention na prices, let me know kung ano yung favorite foods nyo, and please write it down in the comment section below. So now let's move on to the next topic, which is the cost of clothing in South Korea. So dito sa South Korea, ang fashion is very trendy and it's really important among Koreans. Dapat sumasabay sila sa uso. They have to follow the trend. For example, shirts would range from 10,000 to 30,000 Korean won. Ang jeans would cost 30,000 to 60,000 Korean won. Ang shoes, a pair of shoes would cost you about 40,000 to 80,000 Korean won. Kung gusto niyo bumili ng winter clothes, marami pong naka-sale tuwing summer. And kung gusto niyo naman ng summer clothes, maraming naka-sale tuwing winter. I-avail niyo po yung mga ganitong off-season na sale para makatipid po kayo. The cost of entertainment in South Korea. Nabanggit ko in my previous videos na ang mga Koreans ay sobrang hardworking. But they also know how to play. They also know how to chill. So Koreans have different types of entertainment. Ang cafe culture po dito sa South Korea is so big. Like everywhere you go, may makikita po kayong cafe. And especially dito sa area ko, which is in Songdo, na mas marami pa po ang cafe kesa sa convenience stores. Ewan ko na lang kung paano kumikita itong mga cafe dito. Kasi tabi-tabi lang po sila at pare-pareho lang naman po yung menu nila. Like iced Americano, cappuccino, macchiato, condensed milk latte, or Spanish latte. So sobrang dami pong menu, and one of my favorites is iced vanilla latte. So kung mahilig po kayo sa movies or sa latest movies available in your cinemas, ang price po niya would range from 12,000 to 18,000 Korean won. So bilang Pilipino, mahilig din po tayong pumunta sa mga singing rooms or mga karaoke. And ang cost of karaoke po dito is minimum of 1,000 Korean won for 3 songs, 5,000 Korean won for 15 songs. 1 hour of stay or singing in Korean norebang or singing room would cost you about 20,000 Korean won. So bilang mga Pilipino, lalo na kapag may gathering dito, ang common or typical na puntahan namin dito is Korean karaoke or norebang. And sobrang linis niya, it's luxurious. They also provide wireless mics, usually dalawa. Tapos yung mga tambourines. So yan, at dahil na pag-usapan natin ng kape, ang mga samgyupsal, nagugutom na po ako, and I'm gonna wrap up the video here. So yan, at sana nag-enjoy po kayo dito sa cost of living video in South Korea in 2025. So whether you're planning to move here or for a short stay, sana nabigyan kayo ng clear idea of what to expect. So Korea can be both affordable and comfortable if you plan it well or if you plan it in advance. So yeah, if you have any more comments, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below and I will try to answer them one by one. Nagre-reply po ako sa mga comments nyo and I try to engage with my community. So if you like this video, please click the notification bell and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So that is it for today and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.